Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video talking about my New Year's resolutions because if I don't document them, then I'm going to lose the physical list that I made, or I'm just not going to do them at all. Also, there's some very interesting shadows happening on my face, so you're just gonna have to deal with that. So here's my sketchbook. I wrote the word sketch on it in Old English font because that's something I've been working on. And I have this is a new sketchbook, I just got it. I have my New Year's resolutions that I jotted down really quickly written in here. This isn't necessarily all of them, but I think they're probably the most important. Okay, so New Year's resolutions. I want to visit a museum at least once a month, which I think is a pretty good thing. I want to make way more art and work on my tattooing portfolio. I don't have an apprenticeship yet by any means, but I eventually want to get a tattoo apprenticeship, and you have to have a portfolio of art to do that. So I just want to make art and put dates on it just to show that I will have made progress eventually. I want to do poetry readings at my house bi-monthly. We just had a poetry reading a couple weeks ago and it went super well and it was amazing. And so I want to do that every other month for sure. I want to finish my sleeve, this arm, which looks like there's not even any tattoos on it. I want to finish that sleeve this year, and I want to get a back tattoo this year. So that's a thing. I want to grow out my mullet again, and I say grow out my mullet because I don't want to make don't cut my hair a resolution, because that's not going to happen. But growing out a mullet is so easy, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. And my head was bald back in October, so I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Write another full-length album. I haven't written any new music since releasing UFO back in the end of October, but I keep thinking of songs that I want to write and the way that I want to write them, so I think that is possible. I want to go on tour. I have to save up a lot of money to do that, but I do want to do that hopefully in the summer. I kind of want to do, if possible, Midwest and East Coast, because I think that would be really cool. Also, if I could get down to Gainesville, I will, because it seems like the punk scene there is really cool, so I might try to do that. I want to get a job, a good job, or sustain myself otherwise. So, if I can actually make enough money to live and pay for my rent and do everything by screen printing and making pins, if I hit it really hard, that would be ideal. Yeah, so that's a goal. Or get a really kick-ass job. And then I want to have a smaller wardrobe, which I'm actually about to clean my room here in a second, but it was important to me that I documented this. I want to get rid of a lot of my clothes and do that thing that kids do. I don't know, maybe not all kids do this, but when I was a little kid, I wanted to have a wardrobe change, so I got rid of a bunch of my clothes and started fresh essentially with just a few new clothes. And I did that again when I was 14 probably, but I haven't done it since then. So I have some things from when I was 15 and 16 that I just never wear anymore, but I also don't actively seek them, so I don't realize that I don't wear them anymore. So I kind of want to try to do that. I want to try to start fresh with just clothes in my wardrobe, and then if I am going to buy new clothes, just buy them from things made in the US and things that aren't sweatshop labor and stuff like that. So I think it'll be really easy. It's just a matter of parting with clothes that I've had since I was 16 that I feel are part of my identity, but I think the easiest way to break that is to just remember that clothing is just a piece of fabric you put on your body, and it isn't part of your identity. Your identity is what you make it, and then maybe clothes help that a lot, but you don't need a piece of clothing to be someone, if that makes sense. And then the last thing on my list is to print more, which I love that one because I love printmaking so much, and even though it's not my major, it's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm bummed that introduction to printmaking ruined me as far as printing goes, and I felt very like I could never print again after I took that class because it was so like just degrading every day going into that class, just because of the professor, and it was like horrible. And I know now that that's not my fault at all. That is strictly the fault of the professor, who was just an asshole. And now he's not a professor anymore. I mean, he's still in the building, but he isn't in the print lab, which means that I can like go there and print again, which will be so nice because I've really missed printing, and I really want to print onto linen. That's like a goal of mine, is do some textile printing because I didn't get to it all, and I love, love, love textile printing. So yeah, that's the Human Petting Zoo New Year's resolution challenge. Well, not really a challenge. I totally recognize that time is meaningless and I could do all of these things whenever I want and I could start anything whenever, but I like that I have a new year to do new things. I kind of like subscribing to that, and it helps me a lot. It helps me to be like, I don't have to do anything I did in 2016. I could do everything brand new. And it's like a healthy mindset for me to get into, I think. And if that works for you, it works for you, and it works for me. So I think I'm going to go clean my room, but I appreciate you listening. And yeah, thank you.